Now look, I don't know neither one of these people, so all this is alleged. But that's your excuse? Yo, buddy. Welcome back, young scholars. Today we'll be looking into the trouble brewing in the Twitch community concerning some of the top streamers, okay? So with this video, we'll be looking at the commentary of a YouTuber by the name of Decoy Voice. Now, with that being said, this video does contain allegations of SA. Okay, so if anybody has a problem with that, I advise you to click off. Now let's get into it.
Twitch streamer Emiru just dropped a bombshell video exposing Twitch, but more importantly, everything about her ex-boyfriend.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Ms. Kiff has done towards me.
To which he did quickly respond to.
I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone, and I will be releasing it as time goes on, because why not? But before that, I would like to address everything that was said today.
As right now, if you Google his name, all the top results are the allegations from her. Now there's a lot to unpack here, from her claims, the mountains of evidence, and his responses. But drama aside, I think the real headline is how Twitch in a way assisted in the escape of Emiru's assaulter, as she opened up on the aftermath of the attack.
Someone came into their work who matched the description of the guy, and this person was saying like, oh, I'm traveling to Texas, and I caused quite a stir at a TwitchCon, and this person reached out to my manager, reached out to police, San Diego police, interviewed them. But basically what I'm trying to say is because all this stuff was delayed, this guy was able to get really far away from San Diego, allegedly. For all we know, he lives around.
Yeah, so if y'all don't know what she's talking about that recent attack that she had, that assault at TwitchCon where that guy came up and hugged her. I don't know if you guys seen the video, but yeah, that dude's weirdo. And because of Twitch's fumbling with it, he got away. Well, allegedly, that's what it sounds like. Where
Emmy and her roommates live, I can't help her if I don't know who this person is, and they were refusing to do it. The investigation's still going on, but it's been a huge mess because of all of the delays and refusal to work with the police.
And remember, this is after the CEO essentially blamed Emiru for the attack, even though the CEO finally released this long block of text admitting that they failed the creators, finally apologizing to Emiru, but apparently it was never directly to her.
I was literally in a Discord call with my friends, and they were like, did you see that Twitch apologized to you? And I was like, wait, what? Basically what I'm trying to say is they put out that tweet. I was never apologized to privately. They put that out without consulting.
It's a mega corporation. They don't care about you. It's all about the bottom dollar. Always is.
To me or anything, I didn't know that they were gonna do that, so that was yeah.
As honestly, it seems like they're just tiptoeing around their statements, assuming there's going to be a lawsuit from Emiru, where an apology just makes it easier for her attorneys to establish fault, especially when the CEO says, "We failed by allowing it to happen," or response after, and our CEO apologizes online in a very public forum. That sounds like an open and shut case, but the worst part about it is it took this much to even get an acknowledgement of the attack, as it really seems Twitch simply doesn't care about sexual assault. As after Emiru's assault, these two girls teamed up on this dude, with one holding him down while the other one twerked on him. Now after massive backlash, the girls were banned on Twitch, only for one of the bans to last one day. But
damn. One day. Oh, man. That's crazy. Oh man. Now I don't need to say it, but if that was the dude, he up out of there. Instant permaban, gone. A day and 6 minutes. Whew. I guess they had to save face somehow.
But now, more people have found other instances of the same girls doing the same thing to the same dude. Now, a lot of idiots out there think this is just funny, but as I think Asmongold said it, if this was two prominent male streamers holding down a female streamer's assistant so the other one could grind their private parts on their body for live stream content, they wouldn't just be banned on Twitch forever, they would be in jail. But the Twitch CEO doesn't seem too focused on policing this on his platform, while his priorities lie elsewhere.
The thing we do need to make sure we do, we got to keep attracting younger viewers that, grow up on TikTok, when they're 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, even though they shouldn't be.
And this is the mentality of all these people. They want your attention. Look at, he targeting the kids. Twitch is not a kid-friendly platform. I don't know if y'all know this, but it is not a kid-friendly platform. Go on and look at some videos. I'm not really on Twitch like that. I don't look at none of the videos that much. I see some people I know stream, but I'm like, oh, okay. But if you see some of those streamers, some at the top, no. I would never have my children on there if I had any. It's just not happening.
This incident should probably end Dan's career, as even if Twitch shuffles him around to another position within Amazon, I think he's just another lawsuit waiting to happen. But Emiru didn't just end Dan Clancy's career, as she's exposing everybody, especially her ex.
He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, was like, oh, it's an accident. And
as internet sleuths are already digging up footage from 2022, where Emiru quickly alt-tabbed through Windows, briefly showing a close-up shot she took of her eye. And in his response, it sounds like he just admits it.
She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat.
Now we're just hearing hearsay.
Oh my lord. Now look, I don't know neither one of these people, so all this is alleged. But that's your excuse? Yo, buddy.
Say from both sides, and I'm obviously going to be biased towards Emiru, as she's a close friend to Asmongold, to whom I'm a huge fan of. But even
What? You're biased towards someone you don't know because she's a close friend to someone you admire but also don't know. Is this D1 glazing? That's I ain't never heard of something like that. God damn. Oh my lord, buddy. Calm down with it.
been taking a step back to see this objectively, even if she bruises easily. If you hit her in the eye so hard she thought to take a selfie to possibly use as evidence against you, I'm guessing reality is closer to her story than yours. As evidence is something Emiru brought plenty of, as she showed several instances of him getting angry at her video gameplay, but then showing chat logs of after they had broken up to illustrate how desperate he was to reconnect with her, only to find some of these were likely written by AI. But she wasn't the only one hoarding evidence from the relationship, as apparently he saved video of how she allegedly starved her rabbits and their dirty living conditions. Now being a bad—
What is this relationship? How are you in a relationship with someone who gathers evidence against you? On both sides. What's going on here? Just break up and let it go. Don't crazy stalk your ex. Don't dig up all this shit that they did when you guys were together, but now are broke up and bring it up. This shit is crazy. Move on. You guys are multi-millionaires. Leave each other alone. May this love never find me. And may it never find y'all either, because Jesus.
pet owner is a hot button issue, especially after a certain streamer's possible shock collar, but coming back to complain about a rabbit cage after she went into how he allegedly assaulted her in her home, to which his response was acknowledging the incident and sharing his side of the story, saying he misread the situation. Now, I don't want to play those particular clips, as it's sick. It would probably get me stricken for playing that audio, and it's not my story to share in detail like that.
What? You reporting on it? What do you mean? Alright, we ain't finna do this, bro. I don't know what the fuck this guy's on. That shit's dumb as fuck. You're reporting on it, but you ain't gonna give the evidence? Nah, buddy. We about to find it ourselves, alright? Now, I did find both clips that he referenced in that video. I did watch them beforehand. And like I said at the beginning of the video, these contain SA allegations. So if that makes you feel uncomfortable, you can either skip ahead or you can click off the video. But we're gonna get into it and see the evidence.
So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And, I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, And, instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, "I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go." And he immediately left my house while I was still crying without, checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers around us, or
And apparently this is the response to that clip.
Where we would get food. And then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong, or did wrong in general. I got scared and left the house. I apologize if that made Emmy uncomfortable for me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then. Where we would get food. And then we...
That's that. Now, looking at both of these clips, it's not really looking too good for this guy, okay? I don't know either one of them, and all this is alleged. I wasn't there. There's no court cases. None has been filed legally. So, I can't speak much about any of that. But this response is ass. You didn't even address the crying part. You just going kissing crying girls? Did she cry at the start of the 30 minutes? In between? Did she start in the middle? Or was it towards the end? What's going on here? Now, shit, I don't know their relationship again. I don't know these people, but it ain't looking too good for you, brother. It ain't looking too good for you. Go and get some lawyers. And of course, these are only snippets. These are just clips from a larger video that they both put out already. His, I think it's like something like 39 minutes, and hers like an hour long or something. You guys could go watch that. Feel free to, but yeah, this is insane. All right, let's get back to the original video.
like that. And although I'm no attorney, it seems that she explained a crime, and his very public and voluntary recollection of it sounds like, at least to me, an admission. But this goes far beyond online gossip. This is for the courts to interpret, and with Emiru seeking a restraining order, that's exactly where this is likely heading, as Emiru's also expecting to be sued.
I would not be surprised if he tries to sue me for the stream that I did today and for coming out about him. Not because he thinks that he would win, but for PR reasons, like a slap lawsuit.
And I'll be honest, I know next to nothing about this guy. I even just recently found out about XQC due to his Hassan Dogtober 7th K911 coverage, and apparently he's a top 10 Twitch streamer.
Mind you, he has no idea about Emiru either. He does not know this woman. He doesn't know either one of these people. So all this is alleged. But, I mean, we can see his implicit bias, so yeah. Don't fall for any of this. These are parasocial relationships. Even the top creators have them. But, yeah. Don't get caught up in a trap.
So pretty much the only thing I know about Mizkif is these allegations, but even if he successfully sues Emiru, he's never going to fix his public image, as Twitter is flooded with old clips of him smacking a streamer, crashing out at Emiru's moderators to ban anybody criticizing him, with Reddit saying he's made her cry on stream, and even found a clip of him allegedly yelling at his ex. And I can't confirm the context or validity of any of these titles, but what I can say confidently is Mizkif is indeed a piece of shit.
So he used those clips that he couldn't confirm the validity of them as a way to paint Mizkif in a bad light. It's kind of odd to me. Now, personally, Mizkif has been in a lot of controversy over the years, and is he a piece of shit? It could very well be the case. Most undoubtedly so, actually. But that's not a valid excuse right there. I mean, he'll a piece of shit for a lot of other reasons, but that was a poor argument for it.
As apparently his previous controversy was over his comments on Charlie Kirk's assassination.
He's a right-wing political guy. They find that stuff funny all the time.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
Oh my god. What a shot. Holy crap.
Miz, this is
Oh my God, hit him with what a shot is crazy. Oh, he hit him with that.
Nice shot!
Now look, I'm gonna let you know right now, I ain't give a shit about Charlie Kirk. Not when he was alive, not when he died. Indifferent. His life, it really didn't matter to me. Why is that? Well, he was a piece of shit. A piece of shit that I didn't know. It is what it is. But hey, everybody has their own opinion. In the decoy voice, he looked like he was riding for Charlie pretty hard.
And that wasn't the only instance.
I think that Charlie Kirk's death was definitely a death, for sure. But yeah, I'm glad he's dead.
Ooh.
I'm just kidding. Or am I? No, I'm kidding. Am I? I don't. Well.
And I understand these guys.
Yeah, he definitely glad he did. For sure. For sure he is. Damn, that's crazy. But hey, I don't blame him. Shit. I don't blame anybody who is happy for his death. It is what it is. They have their opinions, I have mine. I'm indifferent. Some people celebrate because he was a racist piece of shit garbage dirtbag. It is what it is.
Guys are desperately trying to be edgy, just to generate some controversy in a several-hour-long live stream to be clipped and spread on the internet. But all jokes are derived from some level of truth, and you don't see that assassination video and say, "What a shot," or "You're glad he's dead," unless that's somewhat how you really feel. So this idiot ended his stream saying he's not going anywhere, as he's taken others down with him.
I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on, because I do believe that this is a time to go buck wild.
I don't know about you.
Yeah, I don't know the truth of all that and what he said, whether it's bullshit or not, but he has gotten out of worse situations. I mean, look at his history. This motherfucker has been through every controversy under the book. And he out of there. Well, hey, if this doesn't go to court, I guarantee it'll get swept under the rug. It's just a matter of time. The internet, they don't forget, but they move on real quick.
But this doesn't shout innocence to me. This sounds like, if I'm going down for this, everybody else should too. Which is honestly probably even what his enemies want. Everybody from his inner circle being exposed for being scummy. It's just sad that this took Emiru being attacked on stage and Twitch to try to cover it up for her to finally not give a fuck. And just go after absolutely everybody that's ever done her wrong. So now that she's finally going off, we're all very proud of her, as she's essentially pulling a pin on the grenade and walking away.
I think that's it. I'm probably gonna take some time off. I'm not sure. Like, I genuinely have no idea what the response to this all is gonna be like. I really just wanna, like I said, do my best to move on from this.
And honestly, after all of this, she deserves it. A nice long break from the internet, constantly living your life in a way to please your livestream viewers, and finally just do whatever entertains you with no pressure to make sure it entertains anybody else. As we used to go on the internet to take a break from real life, but now we don't even have time to go outside to take a break from the internet.
Yeah, so that's the video. Look, y'all, I am not a parasocial troglodyte, okay? I don't know these people. I said it all throughout this video. Both of them, I have no clue about their social situation. While he may look bad and look like a predator, I just don't know. He could be. Shit, take this to court. Settle it there, okay? Now, if you have the opinion that you want to take sides in this matter, that's your prerogative. You do you. I'm just letting you know, don't get caught up in this bullshit. You don't know these people either, okay? They live completely different lives from you. They are multi-millionaires, okay? Now, could what she said be true? Of course. And from what we see, it's looking like it. But hey, at the end of the day, you weren't there. It's a he said, she said story. Leave it up to the courts. Okay? That's all I'm asking. But hey, there'll be those people that don't, and they ride or die for these people that they don't know. That's up to y'all. Anyway, if you like the video, like and subscribe. Until then, I'll see you next time.